Welcome to the most disliked show on YouTube.
Okay, today I'm going to show you how to do the mind bender trick. Now, this is cool. It just requires just a little bit of preparation.
There you are. Okay, I've been asking you to do the dishes for 2 hours. Okay?
5 minutes.
No, not 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
No, you've had 2
5
hours.
minutes.
No.
5 minutes.
No, see, no, that's enough.
5
No,
minutes.
no, now.
5 minutes.
Now.
Oh dear. Okay, I'll show you how to do that trick some other day.
The guy from Secular Talk was talking about Alex Jones.
Alex Jones is somehow getting more and more untethered from reality by the day. But I want to show you a clip here where Alex gives a very cogent and compelling argument as to the thought process of people on the left.
Most of the so-called liberal lesbians and all these groups, they just want to have the guy with the duck's ass haircut and the James Dean outfit. The truth is James Dean wasn't slapping girls around, but they want to be the ones slapping the girls around. And statistically, it shows it. I'm not blaming all lesbians, but it shows that most of these butch lesbians, they want to be the guy smacking the hot chick around.
You promised that Elizabeth would never be in a dangerous position. You broke that promise, didn't you, Hulk Hogan?
Alex Jones, now you're playing by my rules, Ravens rules, but you also play by Secular Talk's rules, Kaya Kolinsky, and I'm proposing a three-way Bowery death match for SummerSlam. Quote the Raven, nevermore.
They think that's manly. And a lot of the chicks, they like it. See, because no man will do that to them, and I'm not saying it's good if a man does that, but some women like it. And if they can't find a man to smack them around, well, they found them a girl gonna do it real good. Knock them upside their head and have 50 shades of gray about the sexy rich guy that's gonna chain you up. Of course, you're gonna go get chained up one time. They're gonna put that devil mask or that piggy mask on. They're gonna say, now I'm gonna torture you for about 6 weeks. So start begging for your mommy and your daddy. That's the liberals. They want to get you in a dungeon. They want to strap you down and take a buzzsaw and cut the top of your head off like a pumpkin and pull it off and get a little spoon and go, well, you're looking in the mirror. This is one thing I know they like to do. They go, I'm going to eat your brain now. Let's start. Let's start at the side areas here because we don't want to take away your sight at the back or your thinking on the front. I'm going to eat your cerebral cortex last because I've got power. I love Satan and I'm going to suck you dry and I'm going to torture you to death. And you're going to follow my liberal orders and you're going to talk like I talk and you're going to be guilty when I say you're guilty and you're going to bow to me. And I'm going to teach huge hordes of people that we shovel welfare at to hate you if you produce, to hate you if you're good, and to create a total system of collapse.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. There are people who love this. This guy's bigger than me. He's bigger than me in Secular Talk. He's got a bigger audience. I'm speechless. There are people who think this guy is a genius, that he's like, you know, on another level, that you look at the great minds of history. So you got fucking Socrates and Aristotle, you got Hume, you got Bertrand Russell, Einstein, and fucking Nietzsche and Alex Jones. What the fuck is that? That's incoherent babble is what that is. You only hope that there are, you know, the people in his audience are smart enough to know, like, okay, even while I generally like him, I'm not with you on this one, Alex. You're a little too far on this one. And I would check that man's basement, Alex's basement, because that was all a little too creepily detailed. And I don't know if there's a judge in America who wouldn't give a warrant to an officer to do a search on Alex Jones' house now, because that was weird. And of course, the best part is when he says, "I'll suck you dry." The accidental homoerotic lines in the middle of like his lunatic rant. So I like how the thing. So this would be a bad enough rant if he was phrasing it as like, there are some liberals who are doing X, Y, and Z. Because no, there's nobody's doing that. Maybe there's one serial killer in Oklahoma who's fucking non-political, who's maybe doing that. I don't know, but nobody's doing that, dude. Nobody's doing that. So it'd be bad enough if that was his rant, and it was like, some are doing it. No, he literally said multiple times, quote, most. And then he paused at one point and said, that's the liberals. Like, that's the liberals. That's right, that's what the liberals do. Man, I was there just the other day. We had this fucking forum, this conference we got together. It was me. We had Michael Moore there. We had the leader of Code Pink. Bernie Sanders was there. Ro Khanna. And, there was some other, Jimmy Dore was there. And we were all hanging out. And one of them's like, so can we all go to the hotel room now where we have our prisoners and we cut their head off and then we show them the brain and we eat it. I hit the microphone. Sad. Nobody says that. Nobody does that. And you know that, Alex. You know that. But it's, at this point, you can't, there's no reasoning with him. There's no reasoning with him. I mean, and that whole, like, from the inception of Alex Jones, his whole thing was like conspiracy, but it all started out, there were parts of it that were even true. Like for example, he was talking about the NSA spying. Early on, he was right. The NSA stuff is right. The fact that the government disregards the Constitution is right. The fact that the U.S. is an empire and our foreign policy is killing, untold numbers of civilians, that's right. The fact that a small number of elites give campaign contributions and control the politicians, that's right. But then, it goes from that, and then you start inching toward, okay, well, JFK was a conspiracy. You might be right about that one. Operation Northwoods and Bay of Pigs. Yeah, we're still with you, Alex. Then 9/11 truth is the fucking, And then it goes to like, Sandy Hook was an inside job, and the government's come, and Obama's doing this as a pretext to take your guns. No. Nope. No, not even close. They literally didn't. You could look at all the proposals from the Democrats after Sandy Hook. Literally none of them were going to confiscate guns. None of them. None of them said that. Then at the very end, it was like maybe a watered-down background check bill. Couldn't even get that through. So your whole fucking motive was he's obviously doing this to take the guns, but he didn't take the guns. So why would they fake it if they couldn't even get the end goal through? They tried and they couldn't get it, but if it's all part of a grand conspiracy, then they know how it's going to end. It didn't end like that. So your whole motive is destroyed. Obviously, Sandy Hook was fucking real. And then he went on Joe Rogan's podcast and he started talking about interdimensional fucking galactic whatever. And it's like, we might literally be listening to the rantings of a madman. Like he's lost it. Please nobody take him seriously. Please, nobody take him seriously. Because if there are people who really take him seriously and treat his word as gospel, which I'm sure there are some who do, this shit could lead to a right-wing terror attack. Now listen, whoever does those kinds of acts, it's their own, they have their own agency and they make their own decisions. So I'm not blaming Alex Jones if something like that happens. But what I am saying is, dude, don't be a fucking idiot. You sound like an idiot. You really do. You sound like a madman. Fucking eating brains, and the fuck is wrong? Butch lesbians, and that's the liberal. That liberal, they fucking eat people's brains and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's right. Isn't it weird that Alex Jones, his whole thing was like, he's a conspiracy theorist guy. I'm against the establishment. He was like that for so long. And then he found one guy who out alpha mailed him and gave him a little bit of positive attention, Donald Trump, when Trump went on his show. And he's balls to the wall now in for Trump. So he went from being the biggest anti-establishment person to now Alex Jones is the voice of the establishment. Because he is the biggest Donald Trump backer. In his mind, Trump's done nothing wrong ever. Maybe with the one exception of the time he did the Syria strikes. But I think Alex Jones took that and kind of twisted it and blamed it on somebody else. Like, I don't know, CIA, something. I don't know. So, but Alex, that's the saddest thing I've ever seen. You were Mr. I'm against the establishment. I'm calling out all the conspiracies. But now all of a sudden, boom, Trump's in. Now notice the conspiracies never stop all the way at the president. They stop somewhere else because he loves Trump. Under Obama, all the conspiracies, they stop at Obama. Under Trump, they never stop at Trump because I like Trump. What a weak beta bitch. Ooh, my daddy, he's never done anything wrong. Now people might turn around and say, well, Kyle, you're like that with Bernie Sanders. Not true. Not even close to true. I've criticized Bernie Sanders repeatedly. The biggest one I've criticized him on is BDS. I think he's 100% wrong on BDS. But there are other issues as well. So that's not accurate. Whereas Alex Jones with Trump, it's like equal parts totally losing his mind and equal parts defending come hell or high water this administration, which has sold out the middle class and average Americans at every turn. And it's really pathetic. Alex, you stand for nothing. And that's clear. Okay.
How's it going? I like your hair. I think it's cool looking. Would you mind answering a couple questions on camera about the economy? It is. It's very unique. I've seen you before. I've always admired it. Would you mind answering a couple questions?
What I liked is that
this is my annual fundraiser.
Billboard still has that same way. Still has that same walk. You can tell it's him pretty much looks like the same guy. $1. Except he doesn't have hair anymore.
You can give whatever you want, but please do $1.
Best of luck to you.
Is it fair?
We appreciate you very much. Hillborn. Contact us. Yuppie Productions, baby. Yeah.
Quit this job.
Contribute on the About screen of the channel by clicking on the PayPal button. Please remember to subscribe and hit the dislike button at the bottom of the page.